Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Art of NFT Business. This is our holiday special. Florian and I both have very hectic schedules, but we felt that we had been far away for a while and hadn't really done a show. So we both wanted to do this. And now we're kind of steamrolling into the next season, as we'll talk about a little later in the show. So, Florian, everything's good with you? We're ready for the show?
We are. I know it's there's a time change because I'm in France right now in Paris for the holiday. But it's good to be back on air and then kind of talk about what happened in the last few weeks, few months in the NFT space.
Yes, a lot of stuff has happened. So before we do that, let's just do our usual disclaimer. So this is not financial advice, as my lawyers have required me to say, and should not be taken as financial advice. The views and opinions expressed in this video are purely speculative and do not guarantee any specific results. The NFT space is extremely volatile and has high risk. Never act on anyone's advice or opinions without doing your own research. Before investing, you should speak to a financial advisor. We are not financial advisors. I'm an entrepreneur and the owner of Trigonal Gallery. At Trigonal, we are working on several NFT projects. Florian is a professional soccer player. There are some projects that we talk about that are either owned by one or both of us, or that we have some affiliation with. So, let's kick this off. A lot of you may be in the channel. We are not able to see you. We are not able to chat with you. We're doing this this is Zoom through social media. So we have to kind of maintain the Zoom and everything going on there. But you're probably here if you've received a tweet or a text about the Ledger Nano that we are giving away. So, how do you win one of these amazing Ledger Nanos? And Ledger Nano, this is a Ledger Nano X, and it's very important to be able to have a cold storage wallet for your crypto. We hear about scams every single day. These scams are getting more and more complex, and the way that you protect yourself is with a ledger or with a Trezor. I personally like Ledger, although I will tell you there is a significant technology uptick in that you have to kind of get in front of. This whole entire industry feels like, it's funny, I used to say that it felt like AOL, the times back when AOL used to send a disk. We're going to be talking a little later about staking crypto, and that's when I've realized that it's not AOL. We are actually at the punch card stage era of computerization for this industry. Some things are so incredibly complicated. This project that I'm working on with staking crypto has now taken over a week. It is still not resolved, but we're going to get to that a little later. The Ledger Nano X is one of the better cold storage wallets. However, I'm just going to say it. I have yet to back up my NFTs, and I have yet to back up my Cardano, because both of those require a level of knowledge and a level of trust in the knowledge that you have to be able to move those onto the cold storage wallet. So, but Ledger Nano X is what we're giving away, and here's how we're giving this away. So there is a POAP, and I'm going to talk about POAPs in a second. I'm going to bring this up. We're going to share the screen. This is the POAP QR code that you can go ahead and you should hopefully be able to just take your camera on your phone, look at this look at this POAP QR code, and it will bring you to a page like this. I will show you what the page should look like. Hold on. Let's get that in front of me. And let's get this. We've got a lot of moving parts here on this whole thing. A lot of buttons to be pressed. So it will bring you to a page like this. This is the Art of NFT Business Christmas giveaway. It should be holiday giveaway. I went back to Christmas for some reason. And you're about to claim your POAP. And what that means is you have to take your wallet Ethereum link, your wallet address, put it in here, and then you mint your POAP. And when you mint your POAP, and you only have from now 1 o'clock Eastern time to, I believe, 4 o'clock Eastern time today, to claim your POAP. There are only 30 entries available. So go ahead and claim your POAP. What that then does is I am able to move into, hopefully you guys can see this. This is called POAP Fun. And this is a raffle that POAP manages. So I'm basically able to say, I have a POAP from this day, from this event, bring in everybody's wallet addresses, and let's roll that through and have a raffle, and we'll choose one winner. So that's very exciting. We'll be doing that later today after the deadline, which I believe is 3 or 4 o'clock today. Let's just talk a little bit right now about the Ledger giveaway. So POAP, because we're all here for technology, we all want to understand the technology. So let's understand what a POAP is. It stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. It simply means that you have attended an event. Have you ever gone to a concert and held on to the ticket for just memory? I know that, I traveled in Europe extensively in my 20s, and I have various tickets from concerts, tickets that I have received because I didn't want to pay my fee on the German transit subway. And so that cost me $60, which I was happy to have because now I have proof that I got a ticket on the subway in Germany. So that's a very fun little memory that I have. And POAP basically does that. It says that if you're at a certain event, you're able to get this QR code, and that will allow you to have this image. Now, our image is very simple. It's just a gray background. It's Florian and myself, and the date, and the fact that it says the Art of NFT Business. So that I believe that POAPs are going to be instrumental applying to every type of event, every type of party, even friends parties, things like that. And I think that it's going to be used in the metaverse very, very strongly. So go ahead, get your POAP. There are only 30 available entries, and one of you is going to win a Ledger Nano X. So enough of all that. Let's talk about what has been going on in the industry. Florian, should we start with the NFT.NYC? We haven't spoken about this since it happened, which was, I believe, in October.
No, early November.
Early November. I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's crazy. I wake up and Sundays I normally think are Mondays, and I'm completely confused. So I attended. They just came out with the early bird special of $4.99 for 2022. Florian, you're all over the place, so you have no idea whether or not you'll be able to attend. But if you could have attended, it would have been a very unique, interesting event. And I'll tell you, so I was in the Internet 1.0, I was in the .coms, and I was in the pre-.coms. So, I've always said, this feels exactly like the .coms again. Same type of people are in this, entrepreneurs, technologists, people that, just love the industry and are very, very passionate about it. And there are, at the beginning of the .coms, there were these events, sometimes just 30 people showing up, sometimes 400 people showing up. And that's what this felt like. It felt like a moment in time that if you were there, you would always know that you were there, and people that you met there, you would always look back 10 years, 20 years later and be able to say, I attended this event. Kind of like Woodstock, right? We have Woodstock, right? So if you were at Woodstock, you could say that you were at Woodstock, and you could, of course, lie and say you were at Woodstock, but here you have POAPs. So I have POAPs from the events that I attended at NFT.NYC that will forever be able to say, I absolutely attended these events. What was it like? Well, there were good and bad. So the good were the people. The people that I met, just fascinating people in all sorts of areas of technology, security, crypto, blockchain, NFTs, investors, just people who kind of are interested but don't know anything, a whole range of people that I met. And I'm so thankful for everybody that I got to interact with. What's really fascinating, and we're seeing this more and more with a lot of these conventions and events like this, are these offshoots, these events that take place around the conference that don't necessarily require your badge and don't necessarily connect immediately with the convention, right? So you could have actually gone to the conference, not paid for your badge, and gone to and been busy every single day of the week during the conference, going to things that were blockchain, Bitcoin, crypto, NFT related and relevant, but not necessarily requiring a badge. And I attended a lot of those. Those were very interesting because here's the downside of the conference. And I'm sorry, I've already written to NFT.NYC and I've already given them my lowdown on how I feel about this. Basically, the sessions were pitches. They were just, hey, here's my project. Here's what we're working on. You should get interested in what we're doing because we're interested in what we're doing. There wasn't any real technology, new developments. Like if you went to like an Apple conference, that was, you would have different technologies being released, right? This was more about individual projects. So I tended to stay away from the sessions. Some of them, we had a guy come out in a gorilla suit. Some things were wacky, right? And also the other problem with it is that it was located in 3 different places. So it was in Town Hall, it was at the hotel, the main hotel, I want to say the Eisenhower. I think it's the Eisenhower Hotel. And then it was at the Palladium. Now the Palladium, back from my days as a teenager, was an amazing nightclub. But somehow they didn't really explain that they put the wrong address of the Palladium, and there's a Palladium for New York University. So a bunch of us got on the subway, went down to 14th Street, went into the NYU dorms, and we're like, hey, we're here for the conference. And they're like, a whole bunch of you showed up like minutes before and asked me, like talking to the security guard, asked me about this conference. There's no conference. This is just a dormitory. And so I went back up to 42nd Street and went to the Palladium that was in Times Square. And of course, that was an interesting, that also had like a lot of people packed, trying to like booths and trying to sell their projects. I'm excited for next year's, simply to kind of reconnect with the people that I met there. But other than that, they really kind of need to improve what their sessions are going to be. Now, of course, I'm going to put in for a session, so I hope that they let me pitch my stuff. So now that I've kind of bashed them on all of that, but that was kind of my feeling about NFT.NYC. What questions? I know you had questions for me about like what the event was.
It's more like because I know there was a conference in NYC, and then you had Art Basel in Miami. I kind of want to know how those two are related, if they are related, because Miami was like a big hit in terms of artists exposing their NFT the way they exposed it. Because until like a few months ago, weeks ago, when people get into the NFT world, they're like, okay, I want to purchase a piece, but I like physical art because I can show it to the people I like, or I can expose it in my place, apartment, house, whatever you have. Now, like, what do I do with my NFT? And the way I was not able to attend because I was already back in France, but the way they exposed like some of the pieces from artists was really cool on the TV. And then like I kind of want to know how those two are related or not related and what's going to come after this, because it was a big hit.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would have to say, so what's interesting is at NFT.NYC, a lot of people were asking me if I was going to go to Art Basel, and I happened to have been down in Florida for a family emergency, but I had decided. I said to everybody, go to Basel, come back to me, and report back when there are 40% of those booths that have at least one NFT, then I'll go. And a lot of the people from NFT NYC did not attend Art Basel. That tends to, NFT NYC was really kind of technology driven, generative art driven, whereas Art Basel was really kind of about the artist, right? And so a lot of my art friends that are in the NFT movement didn't go down there. A lot of the galleries went down, but they didn't necessarily have NFTs. I knew some galleries that went down with NFTs. It's very expensive to go down there.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 a night in every single hotel. You can't, you have to book all this stuff months in advance to try to get a spot. I'm glad that I didn't go. I was exhausted from, the holiday and my family situation. I was very happy to get back on a plane on Wednesday and go back. It's not, it may be something that I go next year, but at the same time, I'm not really a big fan of Art Basel. I think that it's overhyped, kind of like Comic-Con, where, I've been going to Comic-Con for 20 years. And, the first 10 years were just kind of nerds and comic book enthusiasts and people like that. And you could walk around on Sunday and grab all these statues and all these comic books and make really great deals. And now Sunday is Kids Day and there's 20,000 people that show up and you're on a line for a half a day just to get into the place. And it's it's very overwhelming. And that's what Art Basel kind of is to me. And I really don't like going to those kind of events. So I try to not attend Art Basel. So, but I think that I think the proof was that there was so much media focused on NFTs at Art Basel that it kind of says to me that next year Art Basel is going to have even more NFTs. And that might be a reason why I go down. And we'll talk about this later because we're going to talk about Panda Dynasty, and they were in the news. They got a lot of media coverage because they were down at Art Basel NFT. Yeah. Let's move on because we've got a short amount of time on this. Let's talk about something that we've been really excited about. It's Gary V's 12.5 book.
Oh, so, you got it.
I did. I got it. I had to call Amazon and yell at them because they said that it was going to be here on the 6th, then they said it was going to be here on the 7th, and they said it was going to be on the 8th. And I finally, on the 8th, I called them and I said, you keep pushing this thing back and there's no shipping, there's no information. So they finally sent it to me. All this stuff is going out to family and friends. I've already read this. I've read it through Audible. This is a great both business book and a self-help book. It's very, you haven't read this, right? You don't have this yet, right?
No, because it's shipping to the United States, so I'll get there.
But you didn't do Audible or anything like that.
No.
So let me tell everybody. So let me tell everybody that the Audible, Gary talks off of the script, and some of the stuff that he has in the Audible that's not available in the book are just gems. They're really, really incredible. So I would advise anybody that's super into this book to actually listen to the Audible for those little added pieces. So, you are much smarter than I am, and you bought 24 of these, and I only bought 12. And so 12 gets you one NFT, 24 gets you two NFTs. And those NFTs, it's very possible that those NFTs are, well, he's actually already said that the NFT is going to be a 1.5 of the VFriends. It's going to have some of the utility from VFriends 1, and it's going to have some of the utilities from VFriends 2. So the fact that you bought 24 and you get 2 NFTs, but here's the thing. Since you bought the 24 and I bought the 12, I have met people that have bought an insane amount of these books. We're talking 96, like hundreds of books. There's a guy on Twitter that is just giving the book away. He has like 124, like incredible numbers. And of course, the great thing is that if this really is a VFriends 1.5, you're going to be able to turn around and sell that extra NFT if you decide to for a lot of money. So you made a great decision. I wish I had made the same decision, but you definitely nailed it on the head. You've got a better grasp of what is going to be a success than I do. And I think that's a great point where we kind of can turn the conversation into the projects that you're looking at. So you're looking at, and we'll go through this, Slotty NFT, Crypto Dragons, and Elluvium. Which one do you want to talk about first?
We can go in order, but I just want to come back to the fact that you said I have a better grasp. It's not that I have a better grasp. I just thought in the moment, and now I'm trying to do it more. It's like buying two NFTs that you like, or you think is going to work, or you think is going to be a blue chip or whatever, gives you more opportunities to either sell one, keep one, or there's more and more what they call breeding. So you can like breed 2 NFT together to create one unique one. So it gives me more opportunities to do things with those NFTs. That's why like I'm now on my strategy when I buy them, because I'm not buying to resell. I'm just buying to keep because I believe in the project that I have. That they'll give me the opportunity to, if I really need that liquidity, I can sell one and keep one, and I want to still be active in the community and in the project. So that's the reason behind why I bought like 24 books, and that gets me 2 NFTs.
Yeah, but I do think that maybe it's not a question of smarter, but I think that because you're half my age, that you have a better understanding as to what your generation is looking for in terms of this whole industry, right? So, I bought 12 thinking I'm going to have an NFT, but you bought 24 immediately knowing that the value of the NFT. See, I guess I'm still very iffy on, the overall aging and value of NFTs, despite the fact that we're working on NFT projects that are going to have utility behind them. I just wasn't sure what, it was speculative, right? You bought this on spec.
Yeah, but you're buying something from someone who's been a successful entrepreneur, who's been really active in the NFT community, who's doing a lot for the community, who's doing a lot for newbies in the industry as well, and he's going to put the work. So it's like, it was worth it. It's always a lot of money to put down when you buy 24 books, not knowing what you're going to do from those books. I'm sure I have friends that will benefit from them, or I'm sure I'll do giveaways or whatever. Yeah. But you are betting on someone that's been successful in the past with everything that he's done, and has been successful in NFT business with his VFriends. And I'm excited to see what we get, like in terms of either the product, the art, the NFT art, and then the perks and the utilities that we'll get with it.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great project. I think I'm very excited to find out what it looks like and what the utility is behind it. So let's talk a little bit about Slotties. So I'm going to bring it up so everybody can see. This is
yeah, you got it. Slotties.
There we go. So this says, be the house. Become a house in 150 online casinos. Slotty is a new utility NFT that creates DeFi ecosystems in gambling. And they sold out in under 5 minutes. And their current price, their floor price is 0.514, which is it's a pretty good price.
And it's pretty high compared, like when you know that the mint price was 0.16, and reveal is not, it hasn't happened yet, so it's pretty high. which happen usually. They try to get like, people try to get in the secondary market before it reveals, so like they have a chance to get a rare or something. It's probably better for the people that want to flip it, because once it's revealed and you don't get a rare, like the price drops dramatically.
Yeah.
But I found that project online. Like I was doing some research and I found it like on Twitter, and it was pretty cool to me that I'm not a gambler. I don't go to casinos, but like I thought that the utility behind it, the use that you could do with it was really cool. And I was like, oh, why not like buy and resell for this one, for example? And when I went there, like 15 minutes after launch, it was already sold out. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But basically, yeah, as I mentioned, they partner with 150 online casinos. You get a lot of like rewards holding one of those, like you get some percentage of the, I think it's the sales, and you get some discount on those like online casinos as well. I think they're creating as well a token. I think it's called the Watt, WATTS or something. That's is only for the slotty world. You can breed your slotties as well. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. And I just thought that the design was really cool, and the utility behind it was really cool. I had yet to hear about a project that's linked with like online gambling or go like that's why like I kind of like caught my eyes. That's why I talked to you about it. I kind of want to put it out there. Price is pretty high right now. I'm expecting it to drop when the reveal happens. But again, if you like a project like that, you don't have to buy the rarest one. You can just buy in at the lowest like price, and then you can hold it and then benefit from it, like with the reward they'll give to their holders and everything like that. So I think it's a pretty solid project.
So you think that once the reveal happens, it'll go lower than 0.5
Yeah.
for the non-rare, for the common
Yeah.
pieces, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
will still give you, that'll still allow some residual, whether it's from the casino or something like that. Is that how that's going to work?
I'm sure. I didn't see that they probably will give more to people that hold like rare NFTs, like I've seen with other projects. But everybody that holds one of the slotties will get rewarded for it. Either it's like a stake from the online casinos like revenues or anything like that.
Yeah, see, it's I also don't gamble, so it's not something that I would invest in because I'm not a proponent of that. So it would be for me, it would be like me if there was a coffee NFT. I don't drink coffee, so also like it's the kind of thing where I wouldn't. Budweiser came out with NFTs. I have no interest in Budweiser, so it's that kind of thing. With gambling, for me, I'm a little concerned that we have the SEC breathing down our neck anyway. In DeFi, they haven't even touched NFTs yet. I'm concerned that if this is an international gambling that's connected to 150 casinos, I mean, I'd be surprised if like a Harrah's or one of those Las Vegas. I will say that if a Las Vegas casino was one of the 150, then that would really be very lucrative. But if it's one of these 150 that are just kind of like maybe online or kind of sketchy kind of thing, but I guess all that will be revealed once they do the reveals and then once they have more information. But
yeah, again, like it's just, we kept saying this, but it's just the beginning of this space and industry. So we can expect more and more like parallel industry to get into it. We've seen it with NFL, now NBA as well. Like every team's doing their own NFT launch or whatever. So it's becoming more and more popular. And then maybe those slotties will partner with real physical casinos that will go online and collab together. Who knows?
what price would you buy in at?
For this one,
Yeah.
I would have just tried to mint, but I'm I'm assuming it's going to drop under the min price.
So I'm saying, like, if it dropped to like what would it have to go down to for you to grab one?
I won't grab it. I just like the project.
Okay.
I don't have the funds right now to grab it, and I have other projects in mind that I would love to get, and he's not on my top list right now.
Yeah.
But under 0.1, I think it's going to happen. So.
Oh, you think it'll go under 0.1?
Yeah. I've seen like I've followed a couple projects where I wanted to buy something, and I usually wait for the secondary market and then with the reveal. And when there's a project that I like for the art or utility, I'm trying to get like the lowest price possible because I just want to get in there and then just be a part of the community and the project. So usually they drop pretty low under the main price.
Have you bought things that I'm not aware of?
I've bought like non-fungible fungi, which is like it's like a mushroom, 3D mushroom, like not even avatar, but like it's pretty cool. And I just bought yesterday. I bought 2 NFTs from a YouTuber and like Instagram influencer that I really like. Like he's a kind of like he does like comedy and then little videos and everything, and I've been following him for like years, and he actually dropped his NFT yesterday, so I kind of bought 2 because I like the guy and I kind of want to support what he's doing. And
were they video NFTs? Were they skits that he did, or are they art?
They are like they are not revealed yet, so I think it's the reveal is like in 3 days, 2 or 3 days. Sale is still going on. It's called Soulware NFT, SOULWARE NFT.
Wait, I'm gonna write that down. Hold on a second. Wait, say that again. SOL.
SOUL. Sorry, SOULWARE NFT.
And that other one, that mushroom thing.
It's called non-fungible fungi, I think. Yeah.
Fungible.
And the last one, which is gonna transition to the other project we're gonna talk about, is Crypto Dragons.
Oh, did you buy a crypto dragon?
I did, yes.
Let's talk about that now, because that's what we're gonna talk about next. That's great. Collect and earn on NFT dragons. So this has sold very, very well. They've sold out their stage 2. Then they had you'll have to explain how explain this to me.
So I found about it because I'm following Paul Pogba, because big soccer player, big French star, whatever. And he's actually partnered with Crypto Dragons. And so I went on there, looked up their roadmap, looked up their Discord, Twitter. They have a good following behind them. And then it's kind of like they're planning to do like a P2E type of a project. So you would be able to breed or play like battle with your dragons. And how they did it, there was like there's different stages where they sell the egg. Minting happened, but like the reveal is not happening until December 25th, so Christmas Day, which is, I think it's cool. Prices are actually really high. I got it on stage 2 at 0.5.
Wow. And
you can either get like, as you can see on the screen right now, there's 4 different classes of dragon: common, rare, and epic, and legendary. On the first 2 or 3 stages, they sold I think there was 5 eggs that were going to be epic dragons and 1 legendary.
So I'll correct you on that, because I actually watched the video. They sold 1 legendary for 35 ETH, and they sold 1 epic. I think it was for like, a couple of ETH. And then the rest were all common.
That was stage 1. So I think
that's stage 1.
2 and 3, they also sold, because every stage there was a legendary egg sold. And I think the last one sold for like 50 ETH.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And yet they haven't created the game yet, but it is going to be a play to earn.
Yes. So it's still like it's still in the works. The market, they will have a marketplace, which is not up there yet. They're building the arena. I think it will come in Q1 of January of 2022, after the reveal of those eggs. But I think I like the art. I like the project behind it. That's what I bought in. It's not because I saw Pogba just partnering with them. It just helped me stumble like on the project. Sometimes because they are paying athletes or asking them to partner and voice about it, doesn't mean it's a good project. Some of them are trying to they're just appealed by the money or the perks they can get. So be mindful of it. But I did my research. I really like the project. I think it's cool. So that's the reason why I got in.
Are you able to walk me through what this means, this legendary dragon earn calculator? Do you understand this?
The breeding system is really weird. I've yet to like understand it clearly, because I know you'll be able to mint it, but even on the information sometimes it's like not really clear.
Interesting. Okay, but listen, I mean, you grabbed one, so that's fantastic. It's a 10,000 limited NFT eggs. It's going to be interesting to see once again if you made a calculation that I simply didn't make, and you're way ahead in the game between your NFT.
There's so many projects nowadays that nobody can pick who's going to win what or who's going to be a good one. Yeah. And sometimes because 0.5 ETH, it's a lot of crypto. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I mean, that's almost $2,500. It's $2,300.
Yeah, so it's something you have to think about. And I was like, why not? Why not like invest in a big, because the previous big project that we invested in was Bungie. So
yes, correct. The Bungie project, which I mean seems to be doing fairly well. We could talk about that another time because we kind of got to move on to the other project that you're thinking about, which is Elluvium. Let me bring that up.
Well, so basically right now we're seeing a shift in the way people purchase like NFTs. We are kind of like slowly moving towards like a PTE, P2, which is play to earn. We've seen Axie Affinity doing it, who's the big time right now, but Elluvium is one of the most exciting project coming in next year. I've stumbled on it as well. I've like didn't look through it, but like all the reviews and all the videos I've been watching, they mentioned that project as one of maybe the best P2E and then like 3D animation and in-game project coming in. So I don't know how it's going to be like, but I think it was good to talk about it. I don't know if you made research or you watched videos about it, but
I did. Well, first of all, I watched this trailer that we're watching now. It's going to go live screen. It's going to go big screen here. I'll tell you something. This Unreal Engine, right? We're talking about NFTs, crypto, and stuff like this. But this Unreal Engine, I don't know if you watched the Matrix Unreal Engine video that came out yesterday. Did you see that? I'll send that to you. It's unbelievable. You can't tell the difference. It is so difficult to tell the difference between a computer-generated Keanu Reeves and a real Keanu Reeves. You're not going to know whether or not if he's in the entire video as a computer. I mean, it's even better than this. It's really high quality. What I like is that this uses that real engine. These characters look just amazing. This kind of looks like a Halo character. And what I think what we're looking at is kind of that starting screen that we used to have. I haven't played a game in a very long time, but then this kind of square, this area that they're focusing on where you're going to battle, Supposedly it's very like Pokemon style, where you have like different characters, different cards. Different cards are going to be able to blend together, like they're going to do with this little this turquoise little character. She takes these cards, she puts them together, and creates this huge giant monster. I mean, look, this is super exciting. Now, will this be played in the metaverse? Very possibly, right? Is this going to be like an Xbox thing where you're going to be able to take the NFT cards and put them into, attach it to your Xbox or PS3 or what PS5, whatever the number is? But certainly the level of graphics looks incredible. Now, when does this all? This is almost done. I'm gonna cancel this out so we move on in the conversation.
I think
When
it's,
does?
I don't think it's a set date.
And they're going to have staking. We're going to get into staking in a second, what that all is. Really, I mean, it's amazing the rapidness that we're going from the Bored Ape Yacht Club of just the face with the multiple different faces to now this whole Elluvium, where it's going to be super high powered generated graphic design and graphic art is going to be just incredible. So no idea as to when this is launching, no idea on the price of the NFT. So this is just something that we need to kind of keep track of.
I don't really know yet. I haven't really looked in deep into it, but I know that if this is something that's like speaking to you that you want to invest in, if you don't get the chance to grab an NFT or anything like that, you can also purchase they have their own token, Elluvium, which is right now a little bit above like 1100.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So this is quick transition to what we're going to talk about staking, but you can also stake that coin in the game. Yeah. I think this is one of the currency or cryptocurrency you can use in the game to purchase NFTs, and then I think it's going to be a P2E, so you're probably going to be able to, everything you'll be earning will be probably in Elluvium.
And that's a perfect segue into talking about staking, right? So here's what we're going to look at. Let me pull this up. So I am looking at staking the Jade protocol, which now you just have to kind of like accept what this is. So the idea behind this, let me see if I can get some of these numbers in front of me. The APY is 245 million%, okay, for the year, and it's compounded interest. So that means, this is the crazy thing about this. If I put $100 into this, and it gives me 245,652,779%, that means that if this is successful, on $100, I would have $245 million by the end of the year. Now, I don't know how this is possible. I don't know how these APYs can be this incredible. We have Metaverse Pro. I don't know if you're able to see this. This is the first one that I'm investing in, right? But I just got to say, the difficulty of getting into these protocols, it's so hard. I have now spent an entire week, obviously I have other work to do, but to try to get, first of all, US dollar into Ethereum is difficult anyway. You can't use a credit card. Your banks don't like to transfer things into the metaverse, into the crypto world. I am using my debit card because for one bank that I have, they're okay with me putting money into the crypto world. So I have all these different credit cards, all these different banks. Only one will allow me to move funds into it. Then you have to take ETH and you have to transfer that. I'm doing this with Metaverse first. You have to transfer that into Metaverse. But in order to do the transfer, because the token is on the Binance smart chain, you have to buy Binance as the gas fee. Now, the gas fee is only 14 cents. That's it. But it has to be in Binance. So originally, I was trying to buy Binance through crypto.com and then do this whole exchange where the ETH changes to Meta and then using the Binance coin, and then that gets staked. Problem is, I have a new phone, and that new phone, I didn't understand. When you get a new phone and you say to Apple, transfer everything, and everything transfers. The one application that doesn't transfer is your Google Authenticator. And if you don't know that, which I didn't know that, you simply lose all connections with any website that you had in your Google Authenticator. So right now, and in order to turn off your 2FA, your two-factor authentication, and then turn it back on with crypto.com requires so many hurdles that it has now taken me an entire week just to turn on and turn off my 2FA so I can get into my Google Authenticator. In the meantime, because I'm now thinking about putting money into Jade, I now have opened up a Binance account. In order to qualify for a Binance account, this is just incredible. In order to qualify for a Binance account, I have to provide them. Wait, I'm going to bring this up. I don't have it on my. I don't have it up. But there are 4 things that you have to provide them. You have to provide them your driver's license. You have to provide them you standing there with your driver's license. You have to provide them your social security card, which as an American, we're told that we have to memorize our social security card. And then the social security card it's the same thing, it's from the government. So it's like your vaccination card. I'm 51 years old. I got this when I was born. Like, how do you have your social security card ID? You just don't. Nobody has it. You have to provide them. You have to provide them a utility bill that is in your name. I have a domestic partnership with my ex. Everything is in his name. I have such little things that are in my name. This whole process has just been an unbelievable hurdle to jump through. And I'm still working on it. This morning, I'm still trying to get my Binance to work. So that's what we're going to talk about next week when hopefully I have staked it, and we're going to be able to talk about, maybe I'll put 100 in, I may put 1,000 in. I am kind of thinking, like, if I put 1,000 in and it's got this crazy APY, I should, within a week, be able to extract $1,000 from that and then put that. I want to go Metaverse, Jade, and then every time it doubles, go into another one of these protocols and see, like, I don't know, can I make $1 million with $1,000 in a couple of months on one of these APYs? Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, we need to move on because we're both under time pressure here. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We wanted to talk about Panda Dynasty. So you and I, we agreed we were going to do a holiday special, and then we were going to start the podcast up back in February. But as life happens, a lot of stuff is going on with our friend Ganondorf. I think you could probably pronounce his name better than I can.
Oh, it was good.
It was good? I did it well? Okay, good. Yeah. And Panda Dynasty. And so he has so much stuff that's going on right now that he's going to come back on the show next Monday at 1:00. We're going to do an interview with Ganondorf about Panda Dynasty. Tell me a little bit about what's going on. That obviously he got a lot of press from Miami. I think our floor has bounced up to, I think it's 0.35 now or something like that, right? Where's our?
I think it's still 0.03 or something. Still.
Okay.
But
you got a chance to talk to him?
I got a chance to talk to him. I'm gonna try to meet up with him because he's in Paris. So this is a French project, which is really cool for me. I'm gonna be able to talk and extract knowledge out of him and see what he did good, what he did bad. I also listened to one of his podcasts with a French like NFT influencer or YouTuber or whatever, talking about the whole project, the whole development of the project, what happened. But I like this project because they're making it really interactive for the community. They're making them like when you own the NFT, he has created a scavenger hunt. And then throughout this hunt, you have to be able to collect 8 different passes to be able to open the chest at the end. I think only 88 of those people will be able to open the chest, or the first 88 that complete all those passes will be able to open the chest. And in the chest, you have like Ethereum, you have a Metaverse NFT, you have other bunch of stuff, maybe merchandising and everything. And I found it really cool because he created a game, a click game, so you can get the next pass. There was like something that we did together was try to find that password for pass number 3, where you have to find all those like different information to create a word, or not even a word. It's like a key. It's a key to open the chest for the pass number 3. So you have to read the comics to see what's going on. So he's been doing a lot of stuff. And then as we were talking to him yesterday, he has a lot of new thing coming out this week and next week. So we are really, really excited to get him on the show. It's a privilege to have him. And I'm excited to see what he has to unveil. I told him yesterday, don't tell me anything. I kind of want to have the surprise. So yeah, I'm excited for next week already.
Yeah, you know what? I'm excited for your excitement because I don't feel the same way. I am struggling with this so much. I basically had to say to you, if you don't help me with that password, I'm just going to lose it. And now I'm dealing with, and this is absolutely insane. You have to help me again. I don't know what I could do for you to help me out with this, but this video, this little game that they have going on, I can't figure this out. Now, listen, when I was, in my 20s, also, like, we had this game called Myst, and there were no instructions to it. You had to just kind of walk around and figure things out. And I just hated it. I went on to the internet. I found like all the steps to just complete the entire game. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. You have to help me through this. You're literally going to have to walk me step by step through what I'm doing and how to do this. But I definitely understand. I think that's the difference, right? That's the age difference, is that I haven't played a video game since like 10, 15 years ago. So for me to do this thing, it's just crazy, but I definitely understand. I wanted to just very quickly, I know that we have to kind of wrap this up. So this morning we were talking about the panda pumpkins, and
Yep.
that was
That's number 1 or number 2, I think.
Yeah, so it's past, I think it's past number 2. So these things are fairly cheap, and these are on the Polygon. I just recently realized that you have to put more money than they're suggesting into your conversion of ETH to Polygon. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting slammed with the Ethereum gas fee. So I'm going to put like $100 into Polygon. And I think I'm going to buy a couple of these because they're super cheap, and maybe it helps increase my chances. Is that right? Am I right in thinking that?
Yes, because you need all 8 passes to be able to open the chest at the end.
Oh, but does that mean you need all 8 colored pumpkins?
No. So one pass, the first pass is the panda. So if you buy a panda NFT, you get into the game basically.
So far I have 2 pandas, I have 2 pumpkins, one of which is color coded correctly for the panda pass.
So you don't need to buy any other one. It's just like,
but what if I did?
Gives you more chances to win something at the end, because I don't know. I'll ask him. That's a question I'll be able to ask him. But
we'll ask him on Monday. Let's ask him on Monday. That's a great question.
As of now, you have 1, so you probably don't need to buy another one. I got 2 pumpkins that were not the right color.
Right.
But
they weren't the right color at all.
Not the right color. So I need to buy those pink pumpkins, but to have that pass number 2. And then the pumpkin that I have right now, it seems that is going to use it for another pass. So they're going to be useful. So don't get rid of them.
Okay. So don't sell any of them.
No.
So some people are selling these without really understanding what they're selling.
I think so. It's just more about like, oh, how can I make money, you know? And
Okay.
then, as I
Okay.
said, I'm not here to like buy and resell. I just love like what they're doing. They're like learning on the go, and then they're making really cool stuff. I know the game is not something like you're gonna play on PlayStation or Xbox, like with like FIFA or Call of Duty or whatever.
Hmm.
But they've done something really interactive for people just try to think about it, and then how can I get that new pass? What do I have to do? So I really like it.
I'm super excited about talking to him. He seems like a really great guy. We've been conversing on the DMs and Twitter. I've been converting the French to English for my studies, so that's been great. You guys talking. Let's wrap this up, and we'll talk again and off next week. So, everybody, if you liked this content, please hit the like button and subscribe and add notifications. Thank you for watching. I will upload shorts from this content by the end of the week. Happy holidays, everybody. Florian, what
Thank
else
you
do you want to
guys.
say?
See you next week.
Absolutely.